first off, from a human perspective, how Jess is, and secondly, how the players have kind of rallied around her when they realised this was an issue bubbling through the tournament?
I think, to be honest, I think a lot of players known that this has always been an issue within football. But I think for Jess especially to come out, because we all know Jess as a person, she's so strong, she's so tenacious, she almost doesn't want to like put anything she's going through on somebody else. So to hear Jess yesterday talking about it, I mean, we were all just so disappointed in terms of so-called fans writing out these messages. I mean, Jess herself, I think it's difficult. I think she wouldn't probably not admit it to the wider world, but it's obviously difficult for her to go through. But all the players are here to support her, all the staff are, the FA. Yeah, I mean, we had meetings last night about it. All the players are in full support of Jess and any other player going through racist abuse at this tournament, which we know is not just Jess as well. But it's disappointing that we have to still sit here in this day and age and go through this, and that Jess had to go through that herself as well.
What does it say about Jess that in one of the biggest sort of, sporting moments of her life, she's come out and taken a stand, and like you said, probably a really difficult decision to do so? I
mean, Jess would take a stand for herself, but for anyone, she's that type of person. She would stand up for the right thing no matter what. But for her to stand up and to speak out herself, it's so empowering to our whole team in general, and especially, for the likes of someone like Michelle, this is her first tournament. To see someone like Jess standing up and speaking out, it gives people like that more power to be brave, to stand up and to speak up, to see that all of the teammates are behind her. I'm sure all of the country are behind her as well, and I think that means a lot in moments like this.
Lucy, it was a very moving statement that Jess put out, that the Lionesses as well put out, showing solidarity with her. In that statement, it said that you're going to stop taking the knee before games. Can you just sort of tell us how that discussion came about? Was it driven by Jess? Was it driven by the group?
It was driven by the group. Obviously, certain individuals more than others. I think it was just the fact that we feel, as a collective, is the message as strong as it used to be? Is the message really hitting hard? Because to us it feels like it's not, if these things are still happening to our players in the biggest tournaments of their lives. So yeah, it's about putting another statement out there to say, it's something that still is a problem. It's something that still needs to be put right. More needs to be done in football, more needs to be done in society. What that is right now, as an individual, I don't exactly know, but it's something that us collectively as a team and as a federation, we want to work towards. We want to make changes. This is a small step trying to create another change.
How confident are you that those involved will be held accountable?
From an England perspective, I would like to say I'm very confident in our security team, that they are wholeheartedly putting everything into finding the people who are doing this. We work very tight with the police, with online securities as well. It's something that we actually had to have meetings about before the tournament, not just with racism, but with online abuse in general, because it's such a huge factor, specifically in women's football more now than in men's football. So it's something that we're very aware of, and we have very good security who are also trying to work to find the people, to rectify this, and to hold people accountable, because I think that's one of the ways that we can put a stop to this, is by making sure that people are held accountable for their actions and what they're doing.
Thanks. We're going to go to Rob at Sky News, please. Rob Harris.
Hi, Lucy. What is your message to the social media firms who aren't fully eradicating this racism, and to those online, often behind anonymity, who are sending, as your team statement said, online poison?
Yeah, I mean, I think the social media platforms need to be held accountable more so. We know that millions of people are interacting daily, but there can be more that can be done. People need to be held accountable for their actions, whether it's in person or online. The abuse is not okay, racism is not okay. I think more can be done and more should be done. And especially those individuals as well. I mean, they shouldn't be allowed to just sit at home, write whatever they want and just go on with their lives. They should be held accountable, and I think there's more that we can be done.
Thanks, Rob. We'll go to Emma at the BBC, just in front. Thanks.
Hi, Lucy. I just wonder whether you feel a little bit helpless as players to be able to sort of make real change, because obviously in the statement when you say about, not taking the knee anymore, it felt like it was a kind of a call to, higher ups and people in organisations to be the one that actually have to, do some real change, something that can make a real difference.
We know that the people higher up are the ones that can ultimately put in things to make change, but I think we're never helpless as players. We know that our voice is loud enough to be heard by people around the world, whether it is social media platforms, whether it is the federations, UEFA, FIFA, whoever it is. I think that's something that we're very proud of as a Lioness team, that we've created this voice and this platform that we can reach the highest of heights, and we're willing to use that platform and that voice to make differences. So yeah, I think the sentiment of taking a knee and standing, as small as it might seem to other people, I think the noise will be reached around the world.
Thanks, Emma. Kit.
Hi, Lucy. We've seen from Mark Bullingham, he said that the FA's in touch with a specific social media platform after what Jess has gone through. What particular social media platform has caused this issue?
Every social media platform. I think every social media platform allows certain messages to take place. I don't think every single message is able to be taken down. Obviously, some are worse than others. I don't know specifically which ones, and I don't know specifically which one Mark Bullingham is speaking about. I do know that most of the platforms are where pretty much every platform allows some sort of abuse and racism in some shape or form. It's hard to take everything down. But in answer to your question, I don't know specifically which one.
Thanks, Kit. Aisha.
Hi, Lucy. Incredibly sad to hear about the news, but really not surprised. And I think that kind of says it all. And it's really unfair that some people will just always have to face that sort of thing more than just their performance. But my question to you is that I guess with the growth of women's football, do we think it's such a sad thing that with the more women's football grows, the more we see this? Do you feel that too, that it's like this really double-edged sword that these people have to go through? Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that I've spoken about before, and a lot of other members of the team have spoken about, the fact that the bigger the game gets, the bigger the noise becomes, the more fans there are, but the more critics there are. And I think we're obviously open to critics. That's why we love the sport, but we're not open to abuse. And I think the bigger the sport's got, it seems to be that more abuses come as well. And I think, especially in women's football, the online abuse seems to be getting worse and worse. We see it more in the stadiums in men's football and online, but I think with women's football, there seems to be a real target online. It's something that we're very aware of, and I think with online platforms, it's something that we can make a change to. I think it's something in the women's game especially, there is a way to make a change, there is a solution. I don't have the answer to that solution because I'm not head of a social media platform, but I'm sure that there is one.
Thank you. Yeah, Holly from Daily Mirror.
Hiya. I obviously, just off the back of that question, just wondered when you discussed this as a group, if how high were emotions? Was anyone moved to tears? Because it is just so disgusting. It's obviously, left a lot of people hitting in this room upset. And also, is Jess the only person that has received this abuse in this specific squad?
I think we all know that any player of colour that's played for England has probably gone through racist abuse. That's a sad fact in this day and age. And in terms of emotions yesterday, I think there was a lot of anger, to be honest, because we're having to go through this. Because as players, we want to stand up and we want to make a change. It's anger and sadness that our teammates are going through this. And we don't want it to happen. We want to be focused on the football. We want to be making changes. We want Jess and anybody else who puts on an England shirt to be brave, to be happy when they play for England, to have the fans' support through it all. So yeah, I think it was a lot of sadness, but definitely a lot of anger as well.
Thanks, Holly. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Lucy. Nina here from BBC News Round, the children's news programme. You've spoken before about the pressure on the England team to, build the women's game. So for the young viewers who are watching News Round, what do you hope your legacy and the Lionesses' legacy will be for the future of the game?
I think we want to leave the game in a better place. I think that's what sparked moments like today. In the previous Euros as well, making changes to access to football for young girls. Again today, speaking out, being brave to speak out and stand up for what's right, not just for yourself but for other people. I think that's something the Lionesses really hold ourselves to. These strong moral values, we try to live by them because we want to inspire the kids in our country and the kids around the world to do the same thing.